Namaste. Good morning. You already know I'm with Unc. Today's life hack is about using depression as a empowerment tool. And the way I did that, I love looking at the definition of a word to get a clear understanding. So when I contemplate, I can understand what I have to do. As a young kid, my mom always told me I was going to be responsible for a lot of lives. So me running away from that responsibility depressed me, stopped me from being exactly who and what I was, the light I'm supposed to bring to the universe. So we are hiding our gifts or not using our gifts. That's another way we can be depressed. Speak and use your voice to release that bondage of depression. Another way that we can beat depression is very holistically beating depression. So I don't really believe in chemical drugs. I believe in different herbs. I believe in different remedies, even sound bowls. So, a sound bowl is another alternative way to help align your chakras. I always speak about starting at the root, red bowl, root chakra. Your root chakra at the bottom. We have to look at alternative motives to bring out, to oppress our depressed spirit. We're depressing who we supposed to be, trying to force ourselves in the box. You ever traveled and try to put too much stuff in the suitcase? You're trying to depress it. You're pushing it down, but it won't come. Once you take some stuff out, it's a lot easier to close. Same thing with ourselves. We have to disregard, get rid of all these unhealthy thoughts. I had a young lady tell me yesterday, I have a mental block, and that's why I can't move forward. The wiggle word is, I have a mental block. You see how we speak ourselves into that? I, which is the spirit, have a mental block. That's not true. You have a story that you keep telling yourself that clings you to that. Me has a story that clings me to that. It's not the I. The brain will bring you whatever you focus on to make sure you're not lying. So when I kept telling myself I don't have enough money, I have a fear of not having enough money. I moved out of my mom's house when I was 18 years old. And I would never forget this day that FPNL knocked on my door. My light bill was $85. I did not have $85 when I was 18 years old. And that day, I vowed to myself I would never be broke again. From 18 years old, sitting in the dark for 2 or 3 days. Once again, that blind faith, that spirit within, allowed me to manage those 3 days in solitude, to get a lot more comfortable with myself. And when I say myself, self represents the spirit. So when I say love yourself, I'm not talking about go out and get a manicure or pedicure. Fellas, we need to get pedicures also too, because that helps the circulation in our body. And second of all, we don't want women with rough feet rubbing them on us. So let's give them what we want. Don't ask from somebody else what you can't provide yourself. Keep it realistic. You want women? I enjoy feet, so I want to keep my feet on point, just like I want to keep my woman feet on point. Back to the story. So if we're not living up to our full potential, it can depress us because we want to verbally express something. No, that might sound stupid. Then don't nobody want to hear what I got to say. Me. it ain't gonna make sense. It's my story. Can't nobody relate. When you isolate yourself, that's the same thing as you mopping a room and you mop yourself in the corner. Now the whole floor is wet and you can't get out. Compared to starting in the corner and mopping yourself out the room so you don't put yourself in such a small area based on your doing. Take a minute and really have a there was that speech impediment, contemplation time. And really just sit back. When I say contemplate, don't judge your thoughts. Don't engage your thoughts. Just sit back and see how many thoughts you have. And be like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You are not your thoughts. You are not depressed. It's the thinking that you have, the thinking that you engage, that allows you to be depressed. I stopped asking myself, why am I depressed? And I start asking myself, what's depressing me? If you ask yourself why I'm depressed, you're going to have so many reasons why you're depressed. But ask yourself, what's depressing me? And my answer was my thoughts, my beliefs, my dysfunctional way of living. So once we man up, and I mean man up, become that gentleman and accept what you did and start pointing the finger and start blaming and start accepting. Once we can do that and evolve to that gentleman state and become a lot more compassionate, a lot more loving, and a lot more meek. There's nowhere in the Bible that I remember saying that the humble shall inherit the earth. It says the meek shall inherit the earth. So are you controlling your strengths, or are you allowing it to control you and allow you to be depressed and keep your voice quiet? You got something inside you that nobody else has. Explore it, use it, share it. This is Coach Hamm. Always engage in your mind. Love yourself so other people can love you too. Like, share, comment, hit that bell and subscribe. This Coach Hamm always going to engage your mind mentally, physically, and spiritually. Peace. Godspeed.